Welcome back to the channel. Welcome into United Spurs of America. I am Jacob, doing another pre-recorded video here for you, as I have not been able to go live this weekend, enjoying a little bit of my family and a little quiet time as we do this international break. And look, I've got this Tottenham scarf on my head because I'm missing Tottenham Hotspur today. I'm missing it yesterday, and I'm likely going to be missing it tomorrow. So real quick, do me a favor, hit a like on the video, hit a subscribe on the channel if you're new. We are on the road to 6K. Shall we ever arrive? I don't know. We might be the Donner Party or not. We'll find out. But big up. I hope you are well. Let's hop right into it. Look, I've got this tweet pulled up right here from Football Insider that says, "Chaos at Spurs. Ange has fallen out with first 11 Spurs quartet, who all have one thing in common." So a very scandalous, I don't know what the right word would be exactly, but a very scathing headline, you could say, that then in turn led to a lot of fans, I would say a gross overreaction. So I titled today on the thumbnail, "Football Insider Lied." And I put a question mark. And you want to know why? Because if they're allowed to say, my sources say X, Y, and Z, and there's actually no legitimate thing in there, let's look at it. But my point is, I could just say whatever the hell I want. You could say whatever the hell you want. My sources say X, Y, and Z. It's the international break, and I would love a little click. So why not make up some bullshit? So I'm going to go ahead and say, Football Insider, shame on you. You lied. Why you lying? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to your viewers. Why are you trying to get clicks like that during the international break? Shameful. Shame. You're supposed to be a journalist. You're supposed to be better than the YouTube motherfuckers. So you know what? Shame on them. And look, we'll read this real quick so we can all see it. Says exclusive, Ange Postecoglou. Let me move my camera real quick. Sorry about that, folks. Exclusive, Ange Postecoglou in bust up with 4 Tottenham stars. Says here, Ange Postecoglou has fallen out. Oh, I'm going to try and make that just a little bit larger so you can read it along if you read a little bit faster than me. It says Ange Postecoglou has fallen out with at least 4 of Tottenham's senior stars, sources have told Football Insider. Yeah, my sources say that Football Insider is a bunch of liars. How about that? It says the Spurs boss, 59, is at the center of a bust-up with the first 11 regulars believed to include the Italian contingent in the Spurs squad. Italy internationals Destiny Udogi and Guglielmo Vicario, as well as ex-Serie A stars Rodrigo Bentancur and Christian Romero, are believed to be among those who have been upset by Ange Postecoglou. So again, look at this sentence. Spurs fans, anyone jumping on the let's shit on Ange train, says are believed to be upset by Postecoglou. Is there any context to be provided? It says sources say his straight talking in public and behind the scenes has had a negative reaction in the dressing room and has sown the discord at the heart of the team's wild swings in form. This to me just sounds, what is it in court? Is it hearsay? Is it? I believe it would be hearsay. Let's operate like that's that. Yeah, in the comments, let me know below if I'm totally wrong with that word, but it sounds like a lot of hearsay. My sources said that people don't like the way he talks in public and in the dressing room, and it's made everybody upset. I don't believe it. I think people lie. You notice this comes out during the international break. All our transfer rumors were linked with Jonathan Tah, which I should have done that because, that'll get clicks when I go to a tweet that says, oh, look, it says that we're linked with this player. It says that we're looking for this player. And I do have those tweets. I try and save them for the shows, and who knows how long this recording will go. Maybe I'll get into it. But look, I also want to share this because We Are Tottenham TV tweeted it out, that this is the paragraph. The one that I have highlighted here on this page is the paragraph that it's the reason that the article alleges the players are upset. And I like this tweet here. From Ben and Sim, it says, the reason for this post is because everyone is going off of a headline for this article, but when you actually read the article and the reason that they give for the quote-unquote falling out, I think it becomes very apparent how reliable this quote exclusive is. You know how reliable this exclusive is? Not, because I found the dude who wrote it.
Hello, my name is a huge piece of shit, kids. Let's play.
Yeah, a huge piece of shit. So be better. Do better as a journalist. You're supposed to be better than the regular folk, than the people who don't have media access. And this, again, We'll finish off the article real quick. It says pressure will now, and again, this is not what their sources say. This is the writer's assumption of the source's info that he's received. His source could be a fucking cafeteria worker at the club. His source could be the janitor. His source could be, Ange Postecoglou's mistress. I'm not saying he has one, but we don't know who the sources are. So the credibility of said sources, obviously for me, has to go under question, because I don't just blindly read something or hear something and say, well, that's got to be true, because it's very easy to slant things. Notice when stats and facts and all that bullshit's brought up, it's always highlighting a certain area. It's 18 games, not 20, because if it's 20, then that debunks all the shit I'm about to say. If it's 15, it debunks all the shit I'm about to say. So they look at the stats in an angle in which to make the butt cheeks look more round. Well, you can't fool me. I've worked in cinematography. I've seen how easy it is to change the lighting, change the camera angle, and now this butt looks like a very good butt. But guess what? It's not. It's not. It's the same butt, and it's just some fucking guy, a huge piece of shit. So it says senior Spurs sources. So this could be the old lady at the front desk. This could be the old dude who's cleaning the toilet. They have told Football Insider that the next month is pivotal to his future in North London, with an improvement required to cement his medium-term future at the club. So again, another paragraph of hearsay, but a very short, very, very short, let's see. Did they say what Vicario said? No, they just talked about last year. They're placed in Europa. I mean, they don't say anything. The only thing that is said is sources say his straight talking is meh. Senior sources told Football Insider next month is pivotal to his future in North London. Well, my secret sources, i.e. any fucker on YouTube, on Twitter that doesn't like Ange or the way that he plays or the way that he has his hands in his pockets or the way that he doesn't look, he didn't make eye contact, wah. If you're one of those people, I would say this. Pick and choose whatever you want. You pick and choose your facts already. You can pick and choose the quotes, because again, another quote that they love. Well, Ange said he always wins in his second season. Not true. Remember, I've worked in media, so I like to remind folks of this. Whenever there's a dude with a camera and he has a microphone and all you see is what he's recording, there's another guy on the other end of that his job is to ask questions that he believes will elicit a certain response out of the subject to therefore garner the clicks and the likes. Now that fucking quote where the reporter asked, and listen to what the reporter asked. He says, "Now, Ange, you typically..." Or he said, "No, you usually win in your second year, right?" That's what he said. "Ange, you usually win." And Ange said, "I don't usually win, mate. I always win in my second year." That's just a statistical fact. It don't give a fuck about your feelings about when he says it and how it makes you feel. The fact is, everywhere he's gone, he has been a winner. So when he replies to a question that is trying to say that he's not always been a winner, he said, "No, I always am a winner." And then they take that with another quote that he said 6 months later, and they say, well, here's where we got him. He said, I always win in my second year. He said, we're challenging for the Premier League. What an idiot. What a fool. Oh, this Australian, blah, blah, blah. All the negative shit that they want to say. And that's fine. It suits their narrative. Keep doing what you do, boo-boo, but I ain't gonna be me. I'm not a sheep. I don't go bah. I don't go wah when fucking the shepherd's like, "Hey, sheep, head this way." I don't do that. I do what I want to do. I think for myself, and I draw my own conclusions. So again, don't ever let any fan tell you anything is a fact unless you know it to be a fact, and you should fight against it. That's what I do. That's what anyone who, has a fucking a well-rounded opinion, maybe a slightly balanced opinion, I think that they would all say, I heard that. I'm going to go look into it myself. And then when they look into it themselves, can draw their own conclusions. I will never tell you how to feel here on United Spurs of America. Jacob Wallraven will never be like, "Hey, you got to feel like this." I don't care. I care that you're kind to yourself. I care that you're kind to others. As far as your football opinion, as far as your opinion of my football opinion, it don't bother me. So, again, don't believe everything that you read. All the tweets, just because you see a herd of sheep going bah, 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 oh, bah, ram you, and they're all up in tizzies, doesn't mean you got to go fucking do it too. Now, if you want to, by all means, that's your prerogative. But I try to hold these spaces. If you know, my last live stream was a pull up show. Pull up and convince me. I'm trying to get opposite opinions to try and tell me why I shouldn't trust Ange Postecoglou. But again, if you look at the fucking show that I did, two people that actually like had some sort of a pushback on my opinion was Kuva and Perchy. And, you know, it wasn't nasty. It wasn't negative or anything. But then you get comments, you know, like this from Rich. Says, I don't know if y'all can see that. Hang on. It says, bring on a Spurs fan who just follows Ange his whole life and doesn't talk about Spurs. You keep talking about this and that. And I'm like, dude, this is my reply. This show is literally for whoever wants to come on and chat their opinion about Ange. And clearly no one fucking wants to, because I've yet to see any of these people who's so wham about Ange actually come on. Like Kuva doesn't wham. He just says, I don't support him this week. I'm going to flip-flop this way. And that's his prerogative. Perchy says, I'm Ange. I don't give a shit. And, you know, you can be however you want to be. You can be however you want to be. You can feel however you want to feel. But I like to do these, take this moment to just say, again, you can take quotes, you can take things that he says, and you can run with them, and you can make your opinions up. But I would say, you know, just scratch the surface level a little bit. Scratch the front layer of skin, you know, see what's underneath. Because you might find out that whoever's just talking is, you know, simply just saying their opinion, and they're passing it off as, you know, with a fact that has been hand-selected to, you know, shine the light on the butt cheek the best, to make that butt cheek so round. And, you know, hey, props to them for being able to do that. And real quick, I'm going to, just because we're about 10 minutes in, and I want to try to hit about 15 to 18-ish on these uploads. Let me know also in the comments your thoughts on this. Is Football Insider a liar? But also let me know, you know, if you like these uploads, if it's worth my time, if it's worth me staying away from my family for just a little bit longer on these days, let me know, and I can work harder to make that sacrifice. But look, I did want to share a couple of things, a couple of tweets that I did save throughout the time. Those saying Heung-min Son's done, cry more. And the 47 games under Ange Postecoglou, he has 33 GA, which is, you know, 7 less than the 69 matches he played under Conte, you know, when he won the Golden Boot. So I think Son's going to be just fine. I think he's just fine. He keeps delivering. And also, according to Score 90, Son is ranked number 1 in top 5 Asian players in the 21st century. And yes, he is above some absolute goats. Honda, Jin-Sun Park. Come on now. They can hold that, though. I saw this poll. Let me change my view here. Saw this poll. Says, who has been Tottenham's worst and most underperforming player this season? There's been more than 1,500 votes, so I thought it's a pretty good sample size, and it's pretty shared. It seems like a lot of blame shared, except for Mikey Lewis. I think is just a joke, because obviously, like, was Mikey Moore gonna? How is he underperforming? I don't know. But I voted for Timo Werner, and he's got damn near 35%. And in a very close second is Cuti Romero, who a lot of people are upset with, myself included. I tweeted about We Are Tottenham's TV, and I said, so everyone's panties in a bunch for nothing, huh? Don't know why I bookmarked that. I saw here, this is all the transfer rumor shit, so I guess we'll do that. Transfer. Ooh, Tottenham want sexy man Jenkins or whatever the fuck. But here's one. Tottenham Hotspur ready to battle for Chelsea. Are ready to battle Chelsea for the signing of Bournemouth star Ilya Zabarnyi. Bournemouth will sell Zabarnyi worth about 50 mil. And that's from caught offside. So who knows what the fuck, if that is any fucking anything. But Son did score for South Korea. Big up Son for that. I saw this. Says, this is where I might say maybe Football Insider's 25% right or 50% right. Because if this is true, which Footy Insider 24/7 says, Christian Romero is refusing to enter talks to extend his current contract. Real Madrid are also understood to be planning to reignite their long-term interest. Tottenham are currently not entertaining any bids. So you remember this summer, they came in, we said no thank you. Sorry, I'm getting a little Wi-Fi signal there. Hopefully everything's fine. Fucking shit, piece of shit, fucking internet. See if I can edit that out. But if this is true, Christian Romero, if this is true, then it would make sense why his fucking performances have been so shit. You know, it's getting to a bad point when I'm over here deleting overlays. You know, I have less and less Christian Romero photos to pull up, less solo Christian Romero photos. Now they're Christian Romero with Son or wait, that might be the only one. No, I have two. I only have two photos of Romero on my StreamYard now. And I don't know how many Romero videos I have. And when that starts happening, you know something is not going right. And his performances, his leadership, all of that has come under question this season. And it might be this Real Madrid flirting with him. But Pedro Porro was also flirted with by them, and he didn't say shit other than I'm focused on Tottenham. Romero actually said zero. He never came out and addressed it. So to me, this sounds like what Harry Kane did when Bayern Munich were coming to dinner at him and Mrs. Kate's house, and they were all eating good dinner. You know what happened? He ended up signing. And he didn't, like, Kane never came out and said, I'm only focused on Tottenham right now. He didn't say shit. Romero ain't said shit. So to me, I'm a little concerned, but if his performances are falling off because he's getting flirted with by Real Madrid, then as far as I'm concerned, Jacob Wallraven says goodbye and thank you for the little bit of fun you gave me. Because honestly, it's going to end in a major disappointment. If you ask, in the summer when it was thrown around, I refused to believe that was a reality we could live in. And based on his 11 performances in the Premier League or whatever it is, his 12 matches he's played in the season, I'm not convinced that he's convinced that he wants to stay here. And you know what? Power to him, because every player fucking comes here and then eventually they figure out, I want to go somewhere else because we're actually going to compete for trophies. I was hoping he would be a part of that change, a part of the new regime to hopefully lead us into a shinier pasture. But alas, here we are. And also Brighton, Facundo Buenos noches is a potential direct replacement for James Maddison due to his inconsistent form since joining Spurs. Again, more hearsay. They're saying that we've identified him as a direct replacement because he's been inconsistent, which he has been, and we've always needed a guy to be like an official backup for James Maddison. However, just more hearsay. This is what we do in the fucking international break. I saw this. Spain's back line. One man stood out above the rest, and his name is Pedro Porro. I also saw that Yang Min-hyuk has we have requested that he comes to train with us earlier in mid-December as opposed to January. So that'll be fun to see. We get a little Yang gang in. That'll be fun. Also saw that Chris Callan says Tottenham Hotspur are plotting a move for Real Sociedad star Takefusa Kubo. You know, the guy who did the hamstring injury, then he twerked a little bit. Shout out him. 50 million release clause, 23-year-old Japanese. I would assume Ange knows well about him. So we'll see. Again, who knows? This is just fucking international break. So they're going to tweet about transfers. They're going to tweet about wham. They're all going to tweet about the shit. So, and then, well, actually, you know what? We're not going to go into this. I'll probably save that for a live stream. I don't know why I bookmarked that, but I also saw here in the realm of transfer shit, Tariq Lamptey, Brighton Hove Albion's right back that seldom plays because he's always injured. Apparently, we might bring him in January. I don't know. And then also Spurs Insiders is saying Timo Werner's expected to go back to Leipzig in January. I don't know if that's true because who the fuck is this guy? Spurs Insider? How many followers does he have? 1.7. I have 1.3. So if I tweeted this, am I a credible journalist? Probably not. I don't know why there's a Mike Tyson, but here's Jed Spence in training. Look at that. He's going to kick that ball, and he banged it. Bangers only. And we'll end here because fuck it, why not? I'm almost on 20 minutes. Tottenham are leading the way in the Premier League injuries. If you look, this graphic came out as the friggin' final matches were played. We have had the most injuries resulting in a player missing one or more games. We have 13, Brighton with 12, and then you go yada, 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 down to 6. Arsenal have had 3 less, and West Ham have the least 2. So that's very nice. And then here you go. This is actually what we'll end with. Jonathan Tah, because I mentioned him earlier, because apparently if someone says, who's the boot room, if the boot room says that Tottenham are in talks of a potential fee swoop for Bayer Leverkusen, Jonathan Tah, he's valued at 30 million. His contract runs out at the end of the season. So we might be in there for him, or they could lose him for nothing. Who knows? But apparently, if the boot room says it, all Spurs fans will tweet about it and talk about it as if it's like legit. So let's do the same. Just like we're fucking Football Insider, these liars, these exclusive merchants, these clickbait merchants. Fuck these journalists that want to act like they're journalists, but then they don't like journalists. All right, that bothers me. But look, y'all, this has been fantastic. I'm gonna end it there. I hope you stay blessed. I hope you stay fresh. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And come on, you Spurs.
Crying in the corner, huh? Mind if I join you?